Well, hello, ladies. This is Cynthia with CynthiaWrites.com, and it is Mother's Day weekend. So, although I am here to give you the tip for the week, I first want to wish each and every one of you who are currently mothers a wonderful, happy Mother's Day on today. And for those of you, ladies who may be without their mothers, whether it be through loss or a breaking relationship, I pray today that the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, keep your heart and your mind on today. Amen. All right, so here is the tip for the week. Ladies, don't lower your standards. Okay, and so actually, this tip was actually inspired by a young man who recently commented on one of my videos, and it was actually one of the first videos that I actually pushed out for Cynthia Wright. And so essentially, what he was saying was that Christian women expect too much from a man, and essentially, this is why they're single for so long and are destined to, be alone for the rest of their lives because they had this high expectation, right? And so the things that he listed to me were very standard. I mean, it's almost like expecting a car. I mean, expecting a someone saying that you're expecting too much for a car to come with wheels. Kind of basic, right? And so, anyway, he and I, we had this very respectful exchange of dialogue as it relates to that. But here's the thing, and this is the tip for the week. The number one reason why you should never lower your standards. And I'm going to use myself as an example. So, as many of you know, those of you who do follow me and who are connected with the community, you hear me talk about this relationship that I had in the kingdom, okay? And so, and the reason I, really want to start there is because I have more of a revelation of certain things, maybe not. But I was born again, right? So I had a certain expectation. I thought things would be different now that I had asked Christ into my life and he was Lord and all that. I thought my relationships would be different. Well, it wasn't initially, right? And so I fell into this relationship with this guy, and it was the worst relationship that I had ever had in my life, okay? And he treated me worse than, a relationship that I had with someone who was not saved. And so the thing is, even navigating through, navigating that relationship, in addition to the relationships that I had prior to him, I had a standard, and everyone has a standard, whether you believe or not. And so I did have a standard, but it was at this level, at this standard, I was still unhappy. I was still discontented, and I wanted more. And I just, in my heart, and even though it had never been my experience, I just knew that there had to be something better. Okay, and so that relationship and that dis-ease was at this level or this standard here. And so if you're already dis-eased and discontented and unhappy where you are, either currently in a relationship or where you were in previous relationships, why would you lower your standards any lower than the point of your dis-ease? Okay, and that's why I always encourage women, never lower your standards, always elevate them, and so that is the tip for the week. Ladies, don't lower your standards, and never allow anyone to tell you that if you don't lower your standards, you will never find anybody. That is a lie straight from the pits of hell. I am a living witness, and I know other women who I have encouraged to elevate their standards and expectations, and they have been blessed, and me as well. So, ladies, that's it. That is the tip of the week. Ladies, don't lower your standards. The lower the standard, the lower the man. See you next week.